Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again. Have you ever wondered why, as we get older, sleep becomes more fragile? A recent nationwide survey showed that nearly half of Americans over 60 wake up at least twice during the night, and many toss and turn until morning without being able to fall back asleep. The surprising thing is that the cause does not only come from stress, illness, or aging, but sometimes from a habit that seems harmless. That is choosing the wrong type of drink before going to bed. Yes, you didn't miss here, and just imagine you've done everything by the book, eaten a light dinner, turned off the lights early, put your phone far away. Yet in the middle of the night, your bladder calls, forcing you to get up, or your heart races, keeping your mind wide awake. By morning, your eyes are darkened and your spirit is drained. The problem does not lie in your daily discipline, but in the very cup you hold before bedtime. A glass of green tea, cold water, or sweet milk may seem healthy, but can unknowingly overwork the bladder, stimulate the nervous system, or cause blood sugar fluctuations, all of which tear apart the few deep sleep cycles left in old age. The good news is that you don't need sleeping pills or expensive technology. With just 5 warm, simple drink recipes, easy to prepare and clinically proven, you can calm the nerves, keep electrolytes balanced, and especially avoid straining the bladder. By changing one evening drink, you can gain an unbroken night's sleep and wake up refreshed, full of energy. If you are looking for a natural solution for sleep, stay with me until the end of this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Health Journey, because your support is the motivation for us to continue sharing secrets that help older adults live healthier and more peaceful each day. Thank you sincerely. To continue the journey of regaining deep sleep that we just discussed, the first drink I want to introduce to you is a warm cup of unsweetened almond milk. It may sound too simple, but often it is precisely the simple things that make the difference. A 120 ml cup sipped slowly before bed actually holds a whole biological toolkit that the body after age 60 very much needs. The most valuable element in almond milk is magnesium. This mineral acts like a volume down switch. When magnesium levels in the body are sufficient, stressful nerve signals are calmed, muscles stop contracting, the heartbeat becomes more steady and slower. Thanks to this, the brain can easily shift from the alert, worried state of the day into the relaxed mode of the night. In addition, almond milk also contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, the 2 night guards responsible for regulating mood and maintaining deep sleep. What reassures many older adults in the U.S. when choosing almond milk is that this product has no lactose like cow's milk. This means you no longer have to worry about bloating, heartburn, or sudden spikes in blood sugar, the culprits that often wake us at 2 a.m. Instead, the stomach feels lighter and the body more easily enters a state of rest. The preparation is also very simple. Warm the milk to about 40 degrees C, just enough to release a gentle steam but not boil, then add a small pinch of cinnamon powder. Why cinnamon? Not only because of its pleasant aroma, but also because the natural compounds in cinnamon bark help improve blood circulation, especially in the hands and feet. The body therefore warms up quickly, reducing the cold numbness that often wakes you at midnight. Furthermore, cinnamon helps slow down sugar absorption, very useful for those managing diabetes. However, the important part is choosing the right type of milk. When buying at the supermarket, read the label carefully. The ideal ingredients should include only almonds, water, and a little mineral salt. Stay away from products with added sugar, vanilla flavor, or rice syrup, because all of these will take away the benefits of calming the nerves and keeping blood sugar stable. For those who have time, you can easily make it at home. Soak about 100 g of raw almonds for 6-8 hours. Peel, blend with 700 ml of filtered water, strain through a fine cloth, then store in a glass jar. Keep it in the refrigerator, and you will have fresh milk for 2-3 days, preserving the natural nutty taste and magnesium content without worrying about additives or sweeteners. At bedtime, sit down, pour a warm cup of almond milk, sip slowly for about 10 minutes. This short time is enough for the body to receive the sleep signal, helping you naturally drift into sleep more easily. Many of my patients have tried it, and after about 2 weeks, they shared that their bodies experienced fewer nighttime cramps, their bladders were more obedient, and in the morning they woke up refreshed and alert instead of exhausted, as if after running a marathon. If you are lost among countless sleep improvement tips, from sleeping pills to complicated sleep monitoring devices, start with the smallest thing. Switch your last drink of the day to a warm cup of unsweetened almond milk with a touch of cinnamon. A simple choice, but it may very well be the first step for you to regain unbroken nights of sleep. And beyond that, clarity and new vitality for the entire day to come. If a warm glass of almond milk is like a gentle blanket covering the body, then a cup of chamomile tea is like a soft caress for the mind. After a long, busy day, what older adults need most is not only for their muscles to relax, but also for their minds to switch off, no longer repeating thoughts about bills, grandchildren, or illness. And at that very moment, a cup of chamomile tea can become the bridge that takes you from a state of tension to a peaceful sleep. Inside each small petal is a natural compound called apigenin. Put simply, apigenin is like a skillful friend knocking on the GABA receptors in the brain, reminding you that it is time to rest. When GABA functions harmoniously, the heart rate slows down, breathing becomes deeper, and the eyelids gradually grow heavy. Unlike sleeping pills that make you fall into a groggy state, chamomile tea allows the body to follow its natural biological rhythm, easily falling asleep, waking up clear-headed without a dry throat or dizziness. Brewing chamomile tea is not complicated. Just place 1 dry tea bag or 2 teaspoons of loose flowers. In a cup, pour about 200–250 ml of freshly boiled water, and cover for 5–7 minutes so the essential oils are fully released. If you want a warmer stomach and to reduce cold feet, often the reason many older adults toss and turn, you can add a slice of fresh ginger. Ginger helps blood circulate, creating a warm sensation spreading to the hands and feet. Prefer a sweet note? Try a drop of vanilla extract or a thin piece of cinnamon bark. That gentle aroma evokes the feeling of sitting by a winter fireplace, without needing added sugar, the very factor that can make blood sugar fluctuate. The strength of chamomile tea is its safety. It contains no caffeine, so it does not make the heart race, does not cause dependence, and especially does not leave you groggy the next morning. For older adults taking blood pressure or heart medications, a cup of chamomile tea about 30 minutes before bedtime both avoids drug interactions and supports digestion, since apigenin also has a mild anti-inflammatory effect in the gut. Those who often feel anxious or are awakened in the middle of the night, if they maintain this habit consistently for 10–14 days, will notice clearly. Sleep becomes more continuous with fewer bad dreams, and in the morning the mind is no longer foggy as if covered in mist. A small tip to increase the benefit is to turn tea making into a relaxation ritual. While waiting for the tea to steep, dim the bright lights, turn on a soft yellow lamp, sit down and breathe in the floral aroma, stretch your wrists and ankles gently. This very moment of stillness is the step of making the bed for the nervous system, signaling to the body that the day has come to an end. Of course, for tea to be effective, you need to choose the right kind. Prioritize pure chamomile tea without added artificial flavoring. These additives can irritate the stomach, causing discomfort rather than helping relaxation. Store the tea in a glass jar lined with paper in a cool, dry place, and you will preserve the aroma and essential oils for up to 6 months. If you have a history of severe pollen allergies, try a small sip first to ensure your body tolerates it well. Chamomile tea is not a miracle, but it is a quiet companion. Just 1 tea bag, a few minutes of waiting, a deep relaxing breath, and you have given yourself the chance for the brain to clear, the muscles to recover, and the heart to rest. The older we get, the more we need to keep that rhythm of rest complete. And sometimes it all begins with nothing more than a warm, gentle cup of chamomile tea right before bed. After the mind has been soothed with a warm cup of tea, many people often wonder, what about the body? Is there a way for the cells themselves to be comforted into sleep more easily? The answer lies in a drink that seems familiar but is rarely thought of at night: a warm, diluted glass of coconut water. It may sound unusual since we usually associate coconut water with hot summer days, but for those over 60, this is actually a gentle secret to balance electrolytes, relax the nerves, and keep the bladder quiet throughout the night. Natural coconut water is rich in potassium, magnesium, and a bit of sodium, 3 minerals that play the role of maintaining stability in the activity of every nerve and muscle cell. When the body lacks or is imbalanced in this group of nutrients, nerve signals are transmitted off frequency. Muscles easily cramp at night, and the bladder may send false signals that make you get up to urinate even when there is very little urine. Supplementing with coconut water helps correct this condition. But if consumed pure, The natural sugar and concentrated minerals can sometimes make the stomach feel heavy and the heart beat faster. Therefore, the ideal solution is to dilute coconut water in a 1:1 ratio with warm water at about 40 degrees C. This temperature not only makes the stomach more relaxed, but also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the switch of the resting state. The golden time to enjoy it is about 1 hour after dinner, when the stomach has digested most of the food but before bedtime. At that time, the minerals are absorbed gently, without competing with protein or fat just consumed. Sip slowly, letting the mild sweetness and slight saltiness dissolve gradually in the mouth. That sensation is not only pleasant, but also a signal for the heart rate to ease, the breath to slow, and the brain waves to drift into a relaxed state. Many older adults, after maintaining this regularly for a week, have shared that the time spent waiting for sleep was reduced to less than 10 minutes, and the number of times waking up to urinate decreased significantly. In addition, coconut water contains a small amount of an amino acid called arginine, which supports mild vasodilation, allowing blood to circulate better to the hands and feet. When the feet become warm, the body easily sends the signal, it is time to sleep deeply. Moreover, the magnesium in coconut water participates in hundreds of enzyme reactions, including the process of producing melatonin, the hormone that keeps the sleep-wake cycle in stable rhythm. However, not everyone is suitable to drink this beverage. If you are being treated for chronic kidney failure and need to limit potassium, or are taking potassium-sparing diuretics or ACE inhibitors, consult your doctor before adding coconut water to your evening routine. Those with high blood pressure who take sodium-containing medication also need to calculate the total sodium intake for the day to avoid excess. For those with sensitive stomachs, drink it when the water is only lukewarm, and you can even squeeze in a few drops of lemon to balance the flavor and aid digestion. A small convenience tip: you can buy fresh coconuts, extract the water, then pour it into ice cube trays and store in the freezer. Each evening, simply take 1 coconut water cube, mix it with an equal amount of warm water, and you have a delicious drink while still retaining the fresh flavor. When drinking, sip slowly, holding each mouthful in your mouth for a few seconds so the tongue can recognize the taste. This helps the body prepare for absorption. In short, warm diluted coconut water is not an instant sleeping pill, but a gentle, friendly method that helps muscles stop cramping, the nervous system stay calm, and the bladder no longer disturb the night. A small change when repeated regularly can bring about a big difference: fewer awakenings, fewer cramps, and a clearer mind upon waking. Sometimes all you need to give yourself a complete night's rest is a coconut, a cup of warm water, and 5 quiet minutes for yourself. If warm diluted coconut water plays the role of balancing electrolytes and keeping the bladder steady, the body still needs another silent worker to repair soft tissues and joints while you sleep. This is when a spoonful of dissolved gelatin or half a bowl of slow-simmered bone broth becomes a worthy choice. At first glance, it may seem like just a simple broth, but in fact it is a nutrient solution that not only helps you fall asleep more easily, but also supports the musculoskeletal system that often grows weary after the age of 60. The standout lies in glycine, a plentiful amino acid in collagen. Once in the blood, glycine sends the brain a signal of safety, helping the heart rate slow, blood vessels dilate slightly, and core body temperature drop a little. This is the ideal condition for the brain to enter slow-wave sleep, the golden stage when memories are organized, growth hormone is secreted more, and tissues throughout the body take the opportunity to repair themselves. Some studies show that just about 3 g of glycine before bed helps older adults fall asleep more easily, reduce nighttime awakenings, and wake up more refreshed. But the benefits do not stop there. Collagen from bone broth or gelatin also works like bricks and mortar to repair joints and ligaments. During deep sleep, cartilage cells and fibroblasts make use of glycine and proline from gelatin to patch tiny tears in cartilage or connective tissue. As a result, knees creak less, morning stiffness eases, and calf cramps diminish. For those who walk a lot during the day, climb stairs, or carry loads, half a bowl of bone broth at night is like a night maintenance team for the body's framework. Preparation is not too complicated. For powdered gelatin, take 1 teaspoon, about 5 g, sprinkle it into a little cool water to bloom, then add 150 ml of warm water at about 60 degrees C and stir until clear. For better taste, add a few drops of natural vanilla, a teaspoon of mild honey, or a slice of cinnamon or ginger. For bone broth, choose beef, chicken, or fish bones, add a little apple cider vinegar to help release minerals, and simmer on low heat for at least 6 hours. When drinking, reheat half a bowl, squeeze in some lemon to cut the richness, and sip slowly. Besides nourishing joints, gelatin also soothes the stomach. When this liquid coats the intestinal lining, it creates a soft layer that eases digestion and supports nutrient absorption. That is why many older adults, after maintaining it for a while, notice not only better sleep but also less digestive discomfort and a lighter stomach in the morning. Of course, there are some precautions to remember. Those with chronic kidney disease should consult a doctor first, since bone broth contains quite a lot of minerals. Anyone needing to limit sodium should avoid adding salt when cooking. If allergic to beef, you can choose gelatin from fish or chicken. Most important is to maintain consistency, at least 3 nights per week, combined with a cool bedroom, soft lighting, and a relaxed mindset. When everything comes together, a bit of glycine from gelatin, a quiet environment, and a body being soothed, you will feel more flexible joints in the morning, less dryness in your hands, and most importantly, a chain of deep, continuous sleep. That is the silent thank you from your nervous system and skeleton for the simple choice you give your body each night. After the body has been patched up and soothed with gelatin or bone broth, many people often ask, is there a type of drink that not only helps the mind fall asleep but also eases joint swelling after a long day? The answer lies in a formula long familiar in many traditional medicines, a warm cup of golden milk made from turmeric and black pepper. This drink, which may seem to serve only as a simple warmer for the stomach, is in fact a harmonious combination that helps older adults relax their nerves, sleep more deeply, and reduce the morning stiffness of creaky joints. Turmeric, when dried and finely ground, contains curcumin, a golden compound famous for its ability to lower cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone that often spikes when we feel anxious, causing a racing heart, a spinning mind, and sleep cut short in the middle of the night. When cortisol is brought back into balance, the brain begins producing more melatonin, the natural signal that guides the body into deep sleep. Especially for older adults who often wake suddenly at midnight, curcumin can serve as a gentle gatekeeper that helps keep sleep continuous. However, curcumin has one drawback: it is poorly soluble and easily broken down before absorption. This is where black pepper plays its role. Piperine in pepper, even in just a small pinch, helps curcumin stay longer in the intestines and be absorbed more effectively, thereby multiplying its relaxing and anti-inflammatory effects compared to using turmeric powder alone. Beyond its sleep benefits, curcumin also quietly cares for joints and muscles. Once in the bloodstream, it seeps into cartilage and muscle tissues, reducing inflammation, the culprit behind morning back stiffness or the sensation of creaky joints. Quite a few older adults have shared that after just a few weeks of maintaining an evening cup of golden milk, they clearly felt their joints were smoother. Mornings became easier to get up, and their hands were less swollen or numb. Nut milks such as almond, walnut, or oat are the perfect companions. The healthy fats in nut milk help curcumin dissolve better, while also avoiding the bloating or indigestion that many experience with cow's milk. Moreover, these natural fats nourish cell membranes, support post-inflammation recovery, and help the body feel lighter the next morning. The preparation is very simple. Heat about 120 ml of nut milk until it begins to steam, then stir in half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, sprinkle a pinch of finely ground black pepper, and stir until the golden color spreads throughout the cup. If you prefer sweetness, you may add half a teaspoon of honey or a few drops of maple syrup, but remember to wait until the milk cools to about 50 degrees C before adding honey to preserve its natural enzymes. As you sip, drink slowly, feeling the warmth flow from your throat down to your stomach, the gentle aroma of turmeric blending with the slight tingle of pepper on the tongue. Just a few minutes later, the body begins to slow down, the eyes grow heavy, and the mind settles. However, there are a few important precautions. Those taking blood thinners or diabetes medications should consult their doctor, as curcumin and piperine can enhance the effects of these drugs. Anyone with a sensitive stomach should start with a small amount of turmeric powder and gradually increase as the body adjusts. Above all, consistency is key. Make golden milk a regular ritual about an hour before bedtime. This repetition gradually teaches the body that it is time to rest, creating a more stable and sustainable sleep rhythm. With just 3 simple ingredients, turmeric, black pepper, and warm nut milk, you give your nervous system, your joints, and your sleep a precious gift. It is neither complicated nor costly, yet the effects can be felt clearly in just a week. Sometimes, health in old age does not come from complex solutions, but from a warm cup of golden milk, patiently repeated every evening. After learning about options like golden milk or bone broth, many people often wonder, so how much should I drink when and in what way so that my sleep is not interrupted? In reality, it is not only the type of drink but the way you drink that determines whether you sleep peacefully or toss and turn because your bladder calls. The golden rule is to keep the amount moderate, about 100–150 ml, enough to warm the stomach but not to fill the bladder. And more importantly, finish the cup about 60–90 minutes before bedtime. This buffer allows the body enough time to absorb the nutrients while giving you a chance to visit the bathroom one last time before turning off the lights, preventing you from being woken up at 2 or 3 a.m. Once you have the drink in hand, don't gulp it down. Sip it slowly over 10–15 minutes. This slow savoring not only allows you to fully enjoy the flavor, whether it is the gentle aroma of chamomile tea, the light creaminess of almond milk, or the warm spice of golden milk, but also helps the digestive system work smoothly, avoiding strong stomach contractions or the bladder filling too quickly. Another thing many people overlook: absolutely avoid chilled drinks after 8 p.m. Cold temperature causes stomach blood vessels to constrict, slows digestion, lowers body temperature, and makes it harder for the body to shift into a resting state. Also, don't be tempted to mix cocktails of 2 or 3 types of drinks at once. Just one formula each night is enough, both to help the body recognize the sleep signal and to make it easier to track which one suits you best. A simple approach is to try 1 drink per week. The first week, warm almond milk sprinkled with a little cinnamon. The next week, chamomile tea with a slice of ginger. The following week, golden milk. Then the week after, warm diluted coconut water. Throughout the process, note whether you fall asleep faster or slower, whether you wake up during the night, and how alert you feel in the morning. That little journal is the key to finding the most reliable companion for your senior sleep. A gentle friend that guides you into long, uninterrupted nights. No longer tossing and turning at midnight just because of thirst or a sudden urge to urinate. You may have tried many ways to improve your sleep, but the results were not as expected. In reality, the human body does not need complicated measures. It only needs the right signals at the right time to know that it is time to rest. And those signals sometimes come from very simple things: a cup of warm almond milk, a gentle chamomile tea, a golden yellow golden milk, or half a cup of diluted coconut water. When taken at the right time, they not only warm the stomach but also send a clear message to the nervous system. It's time to let go of stress. After the age of 60, every small detail becomes a deciding factor. How much or how little to drink, hot or cold, how long before bedtime, all combine to create an unbroken night. You don't need to change your whole lifestyle in one day. Choose one formula, try it tonight, and listen to your body in the morning. Are your steps steadier, your mind clearer, or your back less heavy? If you notice the difference, please share it in the comments so that many people of the same age know that deep sleep can truly return. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to continue accompanying health journey. Thank you sincerely. Your presence is the motivation for us to keep bringing more meaningful health journeys every day. Goodbye and see you again tomorrow at the same time.